Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to a special Sunday afternoon session where I'm coming back on to finish out the donations and all of the free readings from this morning's sessions. Still feeling so blessed and overwhelmed with gratitude just for all the donations that I received. Um, I'm just feel so lucky and blessed. So thank you guys. Because of the donations and because of my monthly YouTube channel memberships and everyone that purchases services that are listed in the description box of the video, because you guys and of course my great host, I'm able to complete and do all the stuff that I do for free. I'm just blown away. So thank you guys. Um, so there is no chat, you'll notice in here, because I'm not taking any new requests. I'm just completing everything from this morning. I will be back next Friday. I'm on Friday morning, Saturday morning, Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, Friday, Saturday nights at 6 p.m. Mountain Time for free readings. So you can join me then. Or, of course, I offer personal readings. All that information's in the description box. And those, of course, come with a donation. But if you are not able to make a donation and you're looking for guidance, I have a ton of free content on my page too. Monthly zodiac sign readings for each individual zodiac sign. Also, weekly pick a cards. I've got a ton of other um, videos. So if you need guidance, you can jump over there and follow your heart. Spirit will guide you to the video that has a reading for you. Yeah. After I'm done, I will list in order the order in which all the readings were completed so you can find your donation much more quickly. All right. So I've got about 12 donations. I'm just blown away. Still just blown away by it all. I'm going to do the 12 donations first. For those, I do dive deeper, so those will take a little longer. And then I will jump in and start with the free readings. And if I remember, I'll put a timestamp of when the free readings begin in the notes as well. So those of you, but you'll be able to see your name and kind of know where in the mix that you are. All right. I think that's it. Let's get into it. So first up, we had Star for the donation is where we left off with. So thank you for your donation, Star. Let me get that over here. And you wanted to know your husband's feelings and thoughts about you and your relationship. Right. And I just want to say I'm using the Naked Heart Tarot. That's what the box looks like. It's by whoa, things falling over the place here. Jillian Wild. So if you like this deck, that's what how to spell her name if you purchase it wherever you purchase those. Beautiful artistry though. And then we'll talk about the free readings when we get there. Let me just give these a good shuffle. All right. So, your husband's feelings and thoughts about you and the relationship. And what about the job opportunity that you dream of? Will you get it this year? All right, let's take a look here. So, husband's feelings and thoughts about you and the relationship. Okay. Feel like I've got those. And then let's take a look here for the job opportunity. Will you get this year, this one that you're dreaming of? All right. So let's take a look and see what is going on with the hubsters here. All right. All right, it looks good. I don't see any concerns here. We got the Heart of Pentacles, which is the Queen of Pentacles. This is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, growth, birthing, sensuality. So there still is this beautiful, Mother Nurture, like the sensuality. It's all there, right? And we have the Spirit of Swords. And the Spirit of Swords is, they roll over thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and the brain. And, it's all this stuff up in the noggin. And all the kings get a second portion of air. So they're a big thinker. Now, I don't know, is your husband an air sign? I almost feel like they might have a lot of air in their chart if not, but if they're, of course, a Libra, Aquarius, or Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. Yeah. Um, we can get into our heads. I'm an Aquarius sun. I have a lot of, it all depends on our total chart because I've got tons of water in my chart. But because my CEO, my sun sign is Aquarius, it's, depending on how much air they have in their chart, they can be totally caught up in their head and forget that, "Hey, I would like to have some emotion." And I have a friend of mine who's her husband's an Aquarius, and she goes, you sign up for it, Aquarius, that's the way you are, a lot of you are. I just have to ask them every once in a while, "Hey, that some of that emotion stuff, can I have some of that?" And they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, let me give you some of that." So just know that, that they get caught up in their head a lot, and though they don't express their emotion, it is there because we do have the movement of cups, which is the Knight of Cups. So there is movement of emotion, that's there. They have the Heart of Wands, the Queen of Wands. So there's this passion, and that's there. I just feel kind of what's going on with them here. We got the Six of Swords. Here's that thinking again. They're having a lot of, and this isn't about you and your relationship and how they feel about you, but this is this distraction in life about just some change of some alteration of fears that they're working through of their life, and they're leaving old things behind, and so they got this movement happening in their head about life, and it's not about you and marriage and that, it's just like my life purpose and what do I want to do and who am I just feel like they're caught up in here with some thinking and some transformation. It's good because it's from choppy water to calmer water and stuff. But I feel there's nothing to be concerned about here. You just might need to say, you know, um, even though they're in their mind, they're not a mind reader. I like that. Just let them know what you need and what you would like. And something you can try too that Spirit's putting on my heart for you is, when we have a lot of supposed to, should, need to, and expectations of someone, we can all get caught up as humans into focusing on who someone is not instead of who someone is. And that's what happens when, we meet somebody and they're up here, right? We're like, wow, we have no expectations. We think you're awesome. Wow. And then we start dating. They become a little less awesome. We get used to that. And then we date exclusively and then we get engaged. They're still pretty awesome. They're, at least it's there. But then we get married. Boom, all these expectations. We're like, why did they change? And they haven't. Our focus changed onto these thoughts of who we think they're supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be. But something that switches that up is if we start focusing on who they are and we start telling them sincerely what we love about them and what we're grateful for and make it a regular thing. You know what I love about you? What I'm grateful for you is that, you never give up on people. When you like this friend of yours, I know when they were going through that, a lot of people would have went like, bye, but you stood by them and you're a true friend. And I love that about you. And like, wow, and if you tell someone that, they might start doing it back, but you don't need that expectation. It's like, just start being grateful for things and focus on what you're grateful for. That expands with them too. So I like that. All right. So that's what they have for that for you, Star. And then your job opportunity, you've got the magician card, which is energy. And so this does show you that you do have a possibility of this, job opportunity dream coming to you because the magician is about the manifester. It's about, you know, whatever we focus on is what we draw to us. But this fear card here, the Nine of Swords, is being aware of our fears because like attracts like with energy, and this works with relationships too. So you can use this for both of your questions. You can have this if I focus on what I feel is missing in my life, then we tell the universe, I enjoy missing that. Can I have some more missingness of that? Or wanting, like, I want this job, I want this dream job, I want this type of husband and interaction, we tell the universe, I enjoy wanting it, not getting it. I enjoy the wanting. So we'll actually push it further away with our energy. Same thing with our fears. We fear something's going to come into our life. We draw it. We fear something's going to leave our life. We push it out. We focus on what we hate. We're like, more hate, please. I love having things come into my life that I hate. They're like, all right, order up. They take our lead on our energy is what brings and comes in for us, right? So being aware of where we're focusing our energy, and again, that's gratitude, unconditional love, joy, laughter, all of that brings in higher vibration. But when we focus lower, it brings it in. So if you focus on, what do you love about the jobs that you've had? What do you can think, you can ask the creator, I'd really love this kind of job. And I'm so grateful for you that you're bringing it to me. And thank you for the skills that I have. And you start to have all this gratitude, then that's what draws those things in. So I like that for you. And that's what they have for you, Star. So many blessings to you. Thank you again for your donation. And let me put these cards back in here. And come on, there it goes. And then let me just, I'm going to kind of keep track of the donation ones as I go through here for the list, because otherwise it's going to get very messy. And we'll go that way. So, Supernova, you are up next. So thank you for your additional donation. So appreciate that. Here's another angel halo emoticon. What? No poop emoticon today. What was up with that? All right, let's take a look here. So you want to know, do you have a strong connection with your spirit guides? What is it like with them? Sometimes you definitely feel presence. Is that true? You wonder how many you have. All right. Yeah, multitudes that surround you. I mean, I think we talked about that in the earlier session, just about how many that there are. We would be blown away by seeing how much support we really have on the other side. I mean, when they take me into this special presence, I see myself, and there's the ones that are closest, that are most interactive, and then it's like a stadium. There's just thousands of beings, and we just, we'd be blown away by it. You have three. They're telling me, like, I have four elementals that are my main kahunas, and I feel like you have three, which is interesting. This power of three, the Empress, three is always with you, but the Empress major arcana number, you have three that are your primary ones, and so you can get to know them like I got to know mine by being in a moment of quietness and connection, and when you're at peace, and just say, I'd like to get to know you guys. So, introduce yourself. All right. Like they do in the cheerleaders, right? And then they'll introduce themselves, and they'll tell you about them. And like one of mine, like my, I could mentioned earlier, my fire one is from a collective, sub-collective of the Syrian Starseed Collective. And so it's actually, one of my spirit guides is a collective, which is like surprise to me. Another one, like the water one is I'm sorry, the water one is it's actually someone who was a marine biologist in Atlantis, and they always come to me in the form of some sort of dolphin, or sometimes a giant water serpent, but they like coming forward as marine animals. And then I have an air element, which is called Zephyr, and he comes as a giant. That's why I have all these. Well, you don't see, I don't have my dragon rings on right now, but I have I love dragons, and Chinese dragons, and he comes as the air element. He helps me with my thinking, my knowledge. The water helps me with my emotions. The fire helps me with my energy. And then I have my earth element is the shaman. he's been she has been many shamans in many lifetimes, and I have a wolf ring that they like coming as the earthy type of animals too. They like the spirit guides, animal spirit kind of guides, but you can find those out and find the backstories and understand those things as you open up to them. So I like that. Wow. So boom. Um, all right. So, do you have a strong connection with them? You've got the movement of wands, the Knight of Wands, which is pursuing your your power and your connection to them. And you have the Heart of Cups, which, whoops, the Queen of Cups on the bottom, and the Magician card was underneath that. So all of these three cards do show connection to spirit world, and especially the Heart of Cups, the Queen of Cups. I feel like, and like you mentioned, that you feel their presence. I feel like it'll be a more emotional connection for you. Although the energy does come in, and I think I saw when I was gathering all the uh, doing all the cutting and pasting to grab all the readings that you had mentioned, that you're starting to feel like a buzz in your head sometimes, like electricity, and that's that energy opening up to the world. And the last few days, we've also had solar flares, so your antenna might be getting fried. I like it. So I like that there. What is it like with them? And I like this, the 5 of Pentacles is this change of how you're perceiving, like, where you get your sustenance from. Part of what's been developing between you and your spirit guides is building this trust that you guys are gonna bring me what I need. I can trust in you, even though humans are fickle and unstable, you guys aren't, and I feel like you're developing and have been developing this strong, trusting relationship with them, which I really like here too. Yeah. Look at the 2s and the 2s. Look, you got this, um, realizing here, I feel like with the number 2s, it's all about, they're reminding me of just you times 2 was a video series I did last year, which was all about getting to know the 2 of us that live this human experience, the human and the actor behind this character, right? That powerful supernatural self. And so I feel like, when you're asking about your spirit guides and your connection with them, because you are have been developing a stronger connection to your higher self. Our higher self is like the conduit which with we connect to the higher world. So as that became stronger, your connection to all of them also has become stronger. And so there's a direct correlation between those that they want you to make sure that you know about as well. Yeah. And again, another 2 of Pentacles, and here's your 5 of Cups that's been showing up for you. Your poster child card of your dream of sharing emotion, of, uh, lower vibration to higher vibration emotional energy, right? And I feel like, part of this, um, you know, uh, they're so intertwined in here with timing of things for you, because I know that you get caught up sometimes, like all humans, we all get caught up in, because we're in time, but they're not, and they've kind of helped you step outside of time, and and that's one of their big. I feel like that's one of the big things they're helping you with now is, what's the rush? What's the rush? We have all the time in the world. We have all the time in eternity. And I feel like they're saying, just calm down. Just calm down. And I feel like that they do that a lot with you here, right? Yeah, 5 of Wands is the change of power from something of fear to something of love, and so, they've been helping you with that as well. Yeah, and here you go. So here's the Strength card. Here's the combination of your human self and your higher self. So this is that what we're talking about, how this strong connection you guys are morphing into, feeling like you're one being instead of two separate ones. And we've got the Innocence of Pentacles too, Part of all that's happened from all this and the connection that you guys have had together has allowed you to see your worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way too. Because the more you connect with your higher self and the more you connect with the spirit world, the more you feel the pricelessness of who you are, instead of the clearance rack, you know, we have whatever the red sticker of clearance from, the outside world, which is so fickle and unstable. It's like, why do we care what price we are to the world? That's up to them, not me. I get to determine my worth, and I'm priceless. And I feel like that's a big piece of what they've been bringing in for you too. So I like that for you, and that's what they have for you, Supernova. Yeah, we can find out who your spirit guides are, but I feel like that's a personal thing for you right now to ask, but we can always ask more detail later as well. All right. So many blessings to you. All right. And then love, 1, 2, 3, 4. You are up. And so I got your PayPal donation. And then I saw another one where you said a Cash App, but I did not get a Cash App that came through. So if it says it went through on your end, you might want to dispute that. But I'm going to go ahead and do it because I trust you. We've got a history. So I'm going to do both of them for you. And then if you just want to send the Cash App whenever you want, that's fine too. All right. Excuse me. Get me all choked up. So let's do the Cash App one up here first, since it's right there in front of everything. So your question with that was the Cancer Man. The Cancer Man can. I always do that every time. Because how is he feeling about you? The Cancer Man can, because he mixes it with love and makes the world feel good. I just get so giddy sometimes. Let's take a look here. Okay, that's what they have here. So what are their feelings about? The underlying energy on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is the hermit's journey, the hermit's number, and the Pentacles is the outside world. I feel like they're just kind of in this I want to be by myself kind of phase in their life in this moment. Let's see what these other cards are here. Yeah, they're definitely kind of with this and it's funny, this is Cancer energy. The Chariot card is. I think you even have the Cancer side. Yeah, up there in the corner. If you can see it, there it is. Cancer sign up here. It's they're in this place of making changes, making choices, reevaluating things. On the bottom of the deck, they even got the Ten of Wands and the Page of Wands coming in. Actually, that's the Knight of Wands. So it is a movement of energy. The Ten of Wands is like their life has become overwhelming for them, and they've got this reevaluating. Where am I investing all my energy? What's all going on in the world? Oh my god, blah blah blah. And they're just wanting to evaluate things. And this is where they're in this big pocket of their life of I got to take a breather. I've got to step back. I've got to make some choices about what's going on in the world. They have the peace of mind here, calm, peace, mental stability that's coming in here. And so they've got this thinking about things, and they're okay with where things are at mentally. I feel like it's so much more energetically and emotionally being Cancer signs. They move a lot in emotion, of course. Their mind seems stable, though. It just seems like, okay, with what they're thinking. But there's so much, it's like a duck is what they're showing me. You can see a duck. They look like, oh, look how smooth they're moving. But underneath the water, their little legs, the little stuff. So below the surface of the water and the emotional waters, they're really a lot of activity. More so about you directly, we've got the Six of Pentacles, which is the giving and receiving, equal giving and receiving, but there also is a bit of out of balanceness that comes into that. And, it goes in. A lot of us have that out of balance where we feel we have to give so much before we deserve it. And I just feel like they do have this, energy that's going on with them internally where they do feel like this is why they're out of balance with that 10 of wands. I have to give so much in the world to deserve so little back, and they're just like exhausted from feeling this way. And this is why that their little inner child will be like, no, I don't deserve that, I don't deserve it, and they will push things out of out of sync and all that. I just realized that my camera's like way off, isn't it? There, you can see my hands now. But I just feel like even though consciously they would like, interactions, I just feel like their inner child's like, "No, you don't deserve it." And so any time that you guys draw closer together, you probably feel like you're pushed away from each other, right? And, it's because their inner child is not having it. So so that's what's coming in with that one. Love 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the PayPal. Let's take a look here, and thank you for your, dual donations there. All right. So number 1 and number 2. Number 1, so how does this friend feel about you? Let's take a look here. See what is going on here. I definitely want that one, and then they want to this one, and then this one, and then this one here, and then that one here. Okay. So, you know, I don't know why. I don't know why that sounds so like, uh-oh, but then it's not that way at all. I'm like, well, let's talk about this person. You got the 8 of Swords. They are going through some stuff, right? They've got this realization. They're looking at their own thoughts, beliefs, mindsets that have been making them feel blinded and bound and trapped. And I feel like they've really realized there's a lot of this beliefs that they've been going on and struggles with communication and um like just fears of communicating, fears of sharing themselves, fear of speaking up. And I don't feel like this is directly at you either. I just feel like it's in general. Like they're in this like, I'm just afraid to say anything, I'm afraid to express myself, and they just have been kind of suppressing it for quite a long time. I like that the last card is the Ace of Swords, which I feel like they're going to open up to you and talk to you about some things. Um, and I like that because I feel like they do trust you. Um, and I feel like they're gonna. Well, let's see if they'll tell us what it is here. We got 4 other cards. Let's see what comes in here with that. Then we'll look at your other question. Yeah, 7 of Swords. Here's these thoughts of thievery, right? Of betrayal, of people talk about you, not you, but them talk about them behind their back, and they feel have been betrayed, and so they're that's why I think they're afraid to talk to people because they've shared things with people before, and people like, look, here's a website, it's on YouTube, it's on Facebook or whatever, or whatever the kids post on these days. Uh, but I see that. And then we have the 8 of Pentacles. A lot of work-related energy coming in here too. I just feel like this is a lot about, um, things unfolding, you know, and I feel like a lot of this betrayal happened at work, if that makes sense. I just feel like that's so connected. Let me see what else we have here. Yeah, Ace of Wands. So there is some physical and energetic attraction between them and you. So that is showing up here too. And 3 of Wands is a change of direction with new information and new things coming in here. So I do feel like they're going to open up to you and talk to you about some things. And I feel like that they have an energetic attraction. I don't see like, well, there is Ace of Cups on the bottom. I was gonna say, I don't see any cups, and then they're like, look at the bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups. So they do have some emotion that's there too. A little bit of emotional attraction, a little bit of, energetic and physical attraction. Ace of Swords, mental attraction. So, but I feel like they're gonna share some things with you, and I don't feel like it's gonna be like a "I love you," but I'm gonna feel like they're gonna open up to you and just talk to you about some things and talk about how they trust you, and a little bit of appreciation, a little bit is interesting. So, but I feel like it's gonna communication that's gonna be opening, some of that up, all right? So that's what they have for that. And then, oh, will you help them? Okay, with that. All right, interesting. So with them in the future, let's take a look here. I know. I don't. I always do that in your readings, don't I? I laugh, and you're like, oh, but I do. That's why I laughed because I got Earth Mother. So creativity, birth, growth, yeah. So I definitely feel like you will help them with their projects in the future, creatively. And the 5 of Swords, I feel like you help them with their inner struggle, their inner battle between their head and their heart as well. Because I feel like you help. It's like you're almost like a sage for them, like a teacher, where the sages, like our soul, how it like draws us to help us see the capital T truths. I feel like you help them find clarity, and then the movement of cups, you also help them see things, um, you know, clarity of mind, but also trusting their heart and getting out of their head and into their heart, which is interesting, right? Because that's your struggle. Um, it's really every human struggle, but that's like one of the struggles that you've been really making progress and working on, right? And that you're able to help them by saying, "Look, listen, I know how it is. I used to do blah blah blah, and this is what I would do." And they're like, "Wow, thank you." So I really feel like you will. I like it. Right. So that's what they have for you, love 1, 2, 3, 4. So thank you again for those donations. All right. And then we've got Michelle coming up. So, Michelle, thank you so much for your donation. So, Michelle, let me just make sure here. Yeah. So, Michelle Smith, you do share your name in the chat. So, we will do that. So, thank you for your donation on the Cash app. And you wanted to know, when do we see you moving? All right. Let's take a look here. Go pull some tarot. I also have some timing cards. So all those cards is shooting all this paper on me. But I have these two decks of timing cards that I combined into one giant deck. So let's take a look here. We're going to pull from that one, and then we'll pull a few tarot too. All right, that was a sad shuffle. Let me try that again. Well, thank you guys so much for all your patience in me getting to your guys' readings. I'm so grateful for all of you guys. I am blessed. So blessed. All right. Okay. Anything else? So you got within a year. Wow. Thanks, Spirit. Let me just zoom in here, see if I can get it to, there it is. I like it. Wow. Thanks for the specific energies. Let's pull the tarot. But so within a year, and of course, it feels like the moving is going to be dependent upon your energy and what you're investing and focusing on as well. Because I feel like, that has a lot to do with it. Let's take a look here. What are these? Okay. Yeah. And you have the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom. So, that does tell us that your human's going to be totally on board with how long it takes and how the process goes. So I do like that coming in here. Um, okay, let me take a look at these cards here. Oh wow, look at all these. I am going to put all these eights together because you've got three eights. Eight, eight, eight. Eight of Swords, Eight of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, and this is all about smooth movement. You have four on each side. There's this cool movement on the inside. So you are clarifying some thought and belief and mindset that's coming out. You're letting go of emotion. So mindset and emotions that don't serve you anymore. And I feel like there has something to do with work too, or schooling, if that's the case, because it can be either one. But 888, if you're seeing that a lot, or eights in your life, then that's them saying you're on the path, you're in the flow of your path, and you're flowing in the right direction. Just continue to do that. But I feel like there's something to do with work and schooling. It's like with whatever's unfolding there. You have the Hermit card, but this for me is representing this home, the turtle, about choosing that which feels comfortable for you, because a turtle doesn't go, well, let me put a seashell on my back. That would look kind of weird and interesting and new if a turtle tried to fit into a giant shell. But no, it creates its own home. It doesn't take something that is someone else's idea of home. They make their own home, right? They grow their own shell on their back, and the it grows with them. Timing too, if you know about a turtle shell, and you have another turtle coming in here, um, with the Six of Swords, which is movement, and possibly over water too. But when you look at there's 13 normally big shells in here, and then there's 8 or 29 little small shells that go around the outside, and those represent the moon cycles. And that's all about the cycles, trusting the timing, trusting that things will unfold there too. I feel like you're going to be traveling across water with a movement, if that resonates for you there. But I do feel here, in with the job and this education that keeps coming back, and this Judgment card, this is your higher self calling your human to a higher place. So follow your draw, follow where you're going, and follow what you're doing, because when you're moving, it's going to be totally dependent upon you. And this kind of seals the coffin here with the Two of Wands and the Sky Father, the Emperor. Two of Wands is whatever you focus your energy on is what you draw to you, right? So if you focus on wanting and missing and hating and fearing, we draw all that and we ask for more of that same missingness, same wanting, but not getting. But if we focus our energy on gratitude and on joy and laughter, and even if it's like, I want to move somewhere, but you're like, you can make a list of all the things you loved about where you have lived. That shows the universe the energy of, I love being grateful for where I live with these things. And then that's what they bring in, you draw towards you. The Emperor, the Sky Father in this deck is what they call it. They get a lot of, information from a lot of people, blah, 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 right? And that's like the turtle shell of your mind. Well, this is the kind of shell you should have. You should have a seashell or an oyster shell, or a conga shell, or a coconut shell. It's like, well, you thank you guys for all your opinions, but however, the emperor decides, thank everybody, you can clear the throne room. I'm going to decide what I'm going to live in. And you make a decision, you make a plan how you're going to get there, and then put energy in it, take action toward it, and do it. So when you move, it's actually up to you, your energy on one side, but also your decision making, and you putting the effort through. And they're reminding me of one of my mom's favorite um, stories of in the Bible is Moses when they were going to cross. You know how there's a famous splitting of the sea. Well, it they didn't like go, all right, part the waters, and then the waters part, and then they step into it. They say that Moses, when he stuck his big toe, as soon as his big toe touched the water, then the waters parted. So it's when you're taking action and you're stepping forward, the way will open for you too. So I like that. Right. So that's what they have for you, Michelle. So thank you again for your donation. Enjoy your move. All right. And then up next, we've got is that I'm Vargas. I don't know how to say that first name. Is it Emi? I'm but you know who you are. So thank you for your donation. And you want to know exactly how your husband feels about you. He's still contacting his ex as friends, and that's not okay for you. You're thinking of letting go, and you don't know what to think. All right. And then, oh, and then me said, let him go. He's abusing you by remaining in a relationship with his ex. And they're like, let him go, let him go. Yeah, and that's good advice to me, right? I know your situation. Let your ex go too, right? Let them go. They're just abusing you in your situation. So you guys can do it together. Boom, put them both out together. All right. And then you said you're preparing yourself. They have a so-called friendship. She just got married, right, with someone, but you don't don't do BS like that. Yeah. I like boundaries. So let's take a look here. How does your husband really feel about you? All right. All right. All right. So we have that. We have that. All right. Yeah. I mean, I still see here. I mean, the bottom of the deck, we've got the judgment card, which is, you know, the double endings and the double new beginnings of, see if you can see it. The way it's not coming in very clear, but you've got at the very top, there it is, XX, which is, seeing life from a different perspective, their higher self calling them to see things differently. That comes in here. And, you know, um, I do feel like they have that X. I feel like they have another X from before. And I feel like they don't want to do three strikes, they're out. I feel like they're um, not looking to end anything. I feel like they're invested in it. And they got the 4 of Wands as the first card that came out. Um, that was on the bottom of the deck. This is the first card that came out here. They are committed to the marriage. The 4 of Wands is the marriage card. I just feel like they've got this, 8 of Swords with this Innocence of Pentacles. The 8 of Swords is like looking at their own fears, realizing what of their own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets have made them feel blinded and bounded and trapped in the past. And, the Page of Pentacles is all about looking at their worth and relationship to the outside world in a different way. And, with those two together, I just feel like they've really been looking at themselves, here, and even the 9 of Swords right after, which is the Nightmare and Insomnia card, that they've, facing their fears, facing these beliefs and mindsets that they've had about themselves. And, some of this, goes back, and I know it's hard to, um, you know, when someone's in contact with an ex, there's healing that happens with, especially when they had unworthiness, especially I think they were reminding me that you said that their ex left them and cheated on them with other people. It's like when they're reaching out and having these communications, there's at a subconscious level, they're like, it's helping them with their self-worth that, all right, even though other people's actions don't define us, our human does try to define it that way. And, it makes them feel good that they're like, okay, I'm not a total loser. because the person who dumped me um, is still communicating with me, and it makes them feel good. Doesn't mean they want to go sleep with them and go have a relationship with them, because they still know they can't trust him as far as they can throw him, because she's married or moved in with someone and she's talking to him. So he's like, "You will do the same thing to me. Why am I gonna do anything? No." And he has the 7 of Wands, which, this is this fire energy. I don't know um, what signs each of them are, but Leo energy, not Leo energy. What's Leo energy? But it's also Aries and Sagittarius energy. They have this need to shine bright, not dim their light, and not defend, and they don't realize the energy that's out there, that, flirting, not and it's not that they're flirting, but it's this kind of fiery energy that they put out. They don't realize that, it's coming across a different way to people who aren't that way, right? um, so I feel like they're still committed to the marriage here. They're just thinking about a lot of themselves, and they're going through a lot of their inner, inner places, and they are. They're in this place of the Chariot, which is making choices for their life. I don't feel like it's a choice about marriage, though, whether they're going to do it or not. I just feel like they're really realizing that they're the ones that get to choose the story to anything in their life. They get to choose, the emotions they feel, the energy they put out, the physical actions that they make in their life. But I just don't feel like there's, any external things. Um, I mean, that they're like thinking about, you know, I'm going to go back to someone who cheats on me and does that. They're like, again, we talked about, if they do, they're stupid, and well, more power to you. You guys deserve each other then. But I also have these lovers oracle. I'm just gonna pull a card from here because I know that's not really giving you what you're really wanting, right? I feel like it's like, can we have a little bit more? And sometimes that's our journey, to just trust and to go with the flow here. Yeah, yeah, I love this. I don't want to be who I used to be. You deserve better. And I like that. It's like, "No, I don't wanna be that. You deserve better." And I feel like they feel I deserve better. I don't want to have what I used to have. I deserve better. I deserve you. You deserve me. So, and there's a way to bring that up with them, without pointing them going, "You need to stop doing that, blah, 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 blah," and everything like that. Because your insecurities are your own, your fears of them doing something are your own, and if you point at them and go, "I think that you're gonna cheat on me," well, you're pushing them right into their arms. If you make it about you and go, "Hey, can I talk to you? You know, I feel like you're, um, when it comes to my attention that you're, talking to this ex, I've got things I'm working on, and when I realize that, I kind of feel inside of me, I feel like less, and I feel like I'm not enough, and it scares me. And, I don't know, if there's anything that I can do, or, things like that. And there's some great, they're reminding me to here. There's some great, oops, that's not what I want to do. Don't go there. No, no, no. On Instagram, I don't know if you have access to Instagram, but there's these let me see if I can find the site here. Oh, it's called My Mental Health Space. That's there. Um, wow. And the first one that I brought up says, and it's great. It's on Instagram if you have access to Instagram, but it's what are your relationship triggers and fears, and what do you maybe still need to heal? It's spirit knows. um there's like 5 bullets. The first one, fear of them leaving. What really can be healed is feeling being abandoned and rejected. There's some old feelings of being abandoned and rejected. Fear of being too much means no space for you and your needs. Fear of close connection and commitment. There's an unsafe and unstable environment. Fear of emotions and vulnerability, being shamed or no space, denial of your emotions. Fear of being not worthy or not good enough. Underneath that is no space for you having constantly to prove your worth. But there's a lot of great things in there. You know, there's can be glimmers in a relationship. Um, it talks about love languages, things that you can ask your um, partner to. Yeah, questions you may want to discuss with your partner. This is the one I was thinking of. Is there anything that you've missed in our relationship lately? Intimacy, time to yourself, conversations. What is taking up the most headspace right now? Is there anything about me or us that has upset you lately that I've missed? Excuse me. Are we happy with the distribution of responsibilities and tasks? When have you felt most loved lately? What have we done together that you've enjoyed and would like to do more often? Is there something you are struggling with right now, and how can I support you with that? Do we currently support each other's goals and values? What is working well? What is something that needs to be improved? What are you grateful for? So these are kind of these type of questions that you can ask yourself, and then also ask your partner that can help things too. But it's a great resource if you want to look into those. But I don't feel like it's lost. I feel like, um, they're committed. So, that's what's coming in. So hopefully that helps, Vargas. So many blessings to you again. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Right. And then up next, we've got Infinity. And I think we have 3 for you. So thank you so much. You had multiple donations and you made multiple more. So thank you so much. I really appreciate your support and all your great questions too. So let's spread these out here. So your first one up here, I want to know, did L see your message? If so, how did he feel about it? All right. Just take a quick sip here. All right. So did they see your message? All right. And then how did they feel about it? All right. I feel like they will be. The high priestess is, you know, uh, one of the big things that she reveals is she finds the hidden and the unknown. So I don't feel like they saw it yet, but they will be here. And the strength card, is this the Leo energy, which is being seen? It wants to be seen. So that makes sense with those. I was like, what does that got to do with it? Then they go, what is Leo energy? What's lower vibrational Leo? And Leo energy is see me, I want to be seen. So the message does want to be seen and it will be seen. It's so I don't feel like they've seen it yet, but they will. Um, and then how they'll feel about it here, they got emotional stability around it with the 4 of Cups. And the 7 of Wands is this shining bright. And let me see what these other 2 cards are here too. Yeah, okay. Um, yeah, and so that does bring things okay. So you got the Moon card, which is like the High Priestess card, which is brings things that are hidden forward and to be seen. And the Judgment card is the higher self. This is like a calling that comes in here. I feel like they're going to want to call you or contact you because that is our higher self drawing. And sometimes it's called the calling card, but it's communication, a higher communication. They also see things from a different perspective. So there's a lot of like there's a revealing of something in this message, and it does reveal something to them. I feel like a little light bulb goes, oh, because the Seven of Wands is sometimes you'll see like someone standing up on top of a hill defending themselves, but in this case they wanted to show that they feel emotionally good about it, there's emotional stability, but they it is this brings something to light, and it feels positive. It feels, like it says, it's an awareness that comes, and I just feel like they grin or smile with whatever this is. So I'm not sure what that's about. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, we got temperance. Oh yeah, so time. Here's that. Did they see the message? Not yet. Patience, they will. So I like that. So it seems like a positive thing here. Um, and again, I don't feel like they've seen it yet, but they will see it here momentarily, right? So that's it for that one, and that was the rose. Thank you for your rose sticker earlier. And then you got an ice cream cone. All right, I like it. And then your second question is, they're off grid right now on a trip. Oh, just wanted to check in. Is he doing okay? Well, that makes sense why he hasn't got his message yet, too. Too funny. All right, let's take a look here. So it's off grid. Is he doing okay? What's going on with him? Let's get a little bit of a peek in here. What's happening over there? All right. All right. All right. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's here, there's with the moon card here, I feel like the moon has cycles, and you can even, well, they don't have it on here, but there there's, phases and stages, and so they're kind of going through this up and down and over around and up and down and over around. It just feels like there's ups and downs, and they've got some, hermit time. They're having some time alone, which is good. A time of sitting back and reflection and being able just to be and have things process and catch up. It's like they've had so much been going on in their life. I feel like that it's just nice for them just to be, and then everything is just slowing down from there. And they've got here, with the Lovers card, this is emotional choices that are happening here. And, that means every moment we have a choice between lower vibration, higher vibration. And, they're choosing both. I feel like they're going back and forth with some moments they're feeling great and they're choosing great, higher, happy, happy. And other things are like, because they're tired or not feeling the best, and so they're just kind of grumbling, and it's they're having life, with what's coming in here. I like this rest and relaxation in a way that's coming in to allow things to process here. And this is good too. I like this. They've got the Five of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. With all this reflection, I feel like they're really getting a good grasp on, this is movement from feelings of feeling like abandonment, left out on the cold, left behind, lack, into this space here of the Ace of Pentacles, which is like, feeling abundant. But more so with these cards and everything that I'm feeling, they're looking at their worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. I feel like whatever they were beating themselves up about before, regarding their life, that this trip is just to allow them to really see different perspectives, to see how grateful they are for their life and what's unfolding. I don't know if they're seeing any, it's like if they're witnessing other people that are having it rougher than them, and they're just like, wow, you know what? I have it pretty good, and I like that type of energy that's coming in, with them. So it looks like they're doing good. It's a good trip for them. It's a good reflective trip for them. And I feel like they'll come back with new appreciation and gratitude for life. And I like that. Right. So that's what's coming in for that one, Infinity. And then your third one, and I don't know what GLHF, but I love the little robot sticker there. So thank you for your additional donation. And what is the future of the connection between you and L? All right. Let's find out what's going on here. Based on current energies, or let's say based on energies when they're done with their trip. Ooh, I know, right? Because I feel like their ups and downs and all arounds, I feel like it's important. Like, okay, on the return of the trip, um, what's the future of your connection based on that energy? All right. Yeah. Okay. What else? All right. Right? Here's that moon energy on the bottom of the deck there. So the cycles and the changes are going to happen. So trust the timing of things. Trust that there is a structure to the moon, that the moon doesn't just kind of wobble all around, and it's so predictable about what phases the moon is in, what sign it's in. It's very structured. So, you can trust that. And look, here's that 5 of Pentacles. So we have this movement, and I like that this fox is moving away from that. With this movement of wands, there is action, there is movement in the connection between the two of you, because they're leaving these old ways of feeling themselves. Again, they're coming back with this new gratitude, and it allows them this, it's kind of a fast movement. The Knight of Wands, it's the fastest moving knight out of them all. So there is this action that moves forward. Yeah. Here's that High Priestess. So here, the High Priestess came out with the moon again, which is this hidden things come forward, and the Two of Swords is this decision making that they make here, which I like, that this combination with all the energy we've been feeling, because the Two of Swords is like, close your eyes, open your heart, get out of your head, get into your heart, take action. And the High Priestess, she steps away, connects higher, goes behind the veil, dives deep. And so they really, I feel like, have made some decisions from their heart with all of this time that they've had away with this. Let's see where this goes. We got the Naked Heart. So I feel like they do bear their heart to you here, coming up, and I like this, this energy. This is a card that's unique to this deck. So I do feel like this trip is going to do them some good. I feel like sometimes absence makes the heart grow fonder, and I feel like they've had time to think, time to really see, and especially with disconnection, it allows them to see some things here. Yeah. And we've got the Justice card here. So balancing out of mindsets, and the Three of Pentacles about being true to their authentic selves. And I like that there's like this kind of mixed, or not mixed message, but intertwined message is better. Three of Pentacles, it's about being true to your authentic self, and I feel like they want to be true to their authentic selves. And what that means, the intertwined message is, I'm stopping caring about upsetting other people and afraid of losing other people's support, by I want to choose what I want in my life. And I like that, because there is this balancing out, this, the Justice card also is that, looking at fears and looking at things, questioning, why did I think I wanted what I wanted before, or what was holding me back? And the scales are usually start off with a lot of fears and not a whole lot of capital T truths of unconditional love from above. And there's this balancing out, and that's what's coming in here. And I like that. I just feel like they're gonna get back, and they're gonna realize some things, and I feel like they're gonna, bare their heart a bit more than they ever have before. So I like that. And that's there's so many possibilities and so many different things for the future. They're like, it's like they take me up to a point going, okay, we can share this much, but beyond that, there's so many decisions that you'll make and that they'll make that there'll be different, you know, outcomes. And so, like, this is what we can tell you for right now with what that energy is when they get back from vacation or from their trip, not vacation. But all right, so that's what they have for you, Infinity. So many blessings to you. All right. Moving on down the road here. Thank you guys for your patience. Just a few more away from done with the donation readings, and then the other ones will be a little faster. So thank you guys so much. So Maria, you are up next. All right, and I didn't save how your name is saved on the chat. Let me just grab that really quick here because I don't want to put any information out that is not um what you're wanting to share. Here, think it. Oops, just need to bring it out here. Nope, it wasn't that one. Sorry everybody. It'll be just a sec here. Oops, I think it was that one. Okay, yeah. So you do have your last initial. Okay, good. So Maria P. So thank you for your donation and for your checkup. So let's take a look here and see what's going on with David here today. Give these a shuffle. So one, did they think of you today? All right. And then when you texted him yesterday because you thought you saw him in an ice cream shop, what were his thoughts of his text? And would he reply back? All right. All right. Let's see what we got here. Boy, this David, he is going through a heck of a time, isn't he? I think we get the devil card with him a lot. And here's this Hellfire, Five of Wands. Their life is a whirlwind right now. And it's like, boy, are they it just feels like every area of their life has some sort of conflict and transformation. Either it's in conflict or it's in transformation. It's one or the other. It just feels like if something could be changing or something could have something going on with it, it is. And so they're very consumed. And so I don't feel well with the Capricorn Saturn devil card energy. There's a lot of thinking going on. So I feel like they thought of you, but there's like just all this stuff flying around. It's hard for them to really focus on one thing. I feel like they've, what maybe ADHD feels like. It's just like, okay, okay, but I want to do this, but well, I got to do this, and there's this, and hey, there's this, there's this, and I even feel like they'll, you know, it's like they're so busy they see a text come in, they read it and go, oh, that's cool. Oh, what, and then they forget, and they're so distracted they forget to respond to things. And I feel like that's kind of common for them right now with what's going on in their life here. um let's see here. So what was his thoughts when so what it was his thoughts here when he saw your text? Here's the Six of Pentacles, the giving and receiving. It's like, I want to give back, I want to reply back. And this full card is like a reset. It's funny, that's exactly kind of the energy. It's the Zero card, the Full card, which is the first card in the major arcana, which is like a reboot. It's ending of old cycles, beginning of a new adventure. It's like Groundhog Day. It restarts all over again today. And they're like, what happened? um so I feel like that they did want to respond back to you, but I feel like they got distracted and taken off into other stuff here. And let's see what these other cards are here. Will he reply back? I mean, there is movement of cups. Knight of Cups, so movement of emotion. We got the 10 of Cups, which is joy and celebration. And we got the Chariot card too, which is victory and movement as well. So I feel like they will eventually reply or you'll bump into each other or something like that. But I do feel like, with especially with all these three, there's just definitely this movement in this, and you have the moon card on the bottom too. You even got the death and rebirth and the sun card and the hanged man and the nine of cups. But I'll stop pulling from the bottom of the deck. But all of these you can see with the moon. Whoops. The moon, of course, has phases. And whenever I see this, I always think of this because really the moon has all these cycles, this rebirth, death and rebirth, all the cycles. The hanged man is the slow loading and trusting of the process. And you have the sun, the moon, the cycles, everything, is in orbit, right? You have the sun, you know the earth, of course, revolves around the sun, the moon revolves around it, and there's all these cycles and all this. It takes time for everything. All this is about trust the timing. And I just feel like they're, gosh, what a life that they have with everything just in flux. And some of it is self-induced too, have to kind of realize they kind of have uh I would say they don't thrive. Well, they thrive in change and they think they thrive with all this activity, but they like to distract themselves a lot because this devil card energy is making them think about a lot of things in their life and question a lot of things. So they try to keep themselves so busy, but they don't do it well. Not as well as they think they do. We'll put it that way. So, they drop the ball on a lot of stuff lately because they're trying to do too much stuff. And so just be aware of that with everything that's going on there. That chariot, the choice card makes itself known again. Yeah, it's all about decision making that they're what they're going through. But just allow it to be a mirror for you too, with looking at the you get to choose every moment what story, what emotion you feel, what energy you feel, what actions you take, and realize that you can't control anything with them. You can only look at what's going on inside of you. So I feel like it's a when there's pauses and there's delays and stuff, it's always time for us to reflect on us to raise our love vibration. And so whenever there's a lull that you feel is going on, go, okay, this is time for me. I'm gonna focus on me and take advantage of that. Right. So that's what they got for you, Maria. So many blessings to you. And thank you again for your donation. All right. And then Mod A, you are up. Let me put that in here. Okay. And thank you so much for your donation. Let's take a look here. Oh, Infinity, you actually had another one. So we'll put that in there separate. Sorry. So, Mod, what are the thoughts of L after the meeting we had to prove himself towards you? All right. So, what are the thoughts of L after the meeting we had to prove himself towards you? Thoughts of L. Thoughts and thoughts. All right. That's interesting. Let's see what this. All right. So I got those. What's this one here? Oh, wait, well, that is thoughts and more thoughts and choices. Okay. So let's see what's on the bottom of the deck here. Well, we got the Seven of Wands. There is this, the Seven of Wands can be this energy of defensiveness and so, especially if this is a meeting where he had to prove himself. Oh, okay, I get it now. Where it's 90 days, right? It's like when someone wants to come back and you're like, let's give it 90 days. Show me who you are. Show me that you've changed, right? I get it now. Spirit's like, here, hey. Oh, oh. All right. Yeah, and so this defensiveness, yeah, I understand that too, so that makes total sense. That's why it triggered it is like, why do I have to prove myself? If you have to ask that, you're not as smart as I think you are. But they're like, oh no, the fear that comes in of like, uh-oh, what is this about, right? Mm. Because we've got the judgment card, so here's the let me see if I can get it to focus. There's yeah, see kind of there. What? Maybe. There's two X's at the top up here, right? It's like what is it? Is it America's Got Talent where they have the three big red X's? It's like they've had two X's, the already there's two strikes against them. I feel like in your book, and you're like, this is number three. Three strikes, you're out. And I feel like there's this fear that comes in with it there that they're just like, uh-oh, I feel like they want endless number of opportunities to be able to do it, and it's like, no, it's not. You know, we've got the 3 of Cups, which is 3 third-party situations. We've got the 5 of Cups, which is a movement from that into something bigger and a transformation of emotion. And it's like, I've got to see that you've changed, that you're not someone who will wander, that will consider maybe this is what happened before. I just feel like this 3 of Cups is talking about third party situations and there is this energy coming in and they feel, you know, here's this movement of swords, Knight of Swords. They're convinced that they have changed, that they have a different mindset, that they can do it, but they've got a lot of fear around it too because here's the 9 of Swords, which is the nightmare and insomnia card, and the Chariot, which is power of choice and movement and victory, that comes in here. So I feel like, they're kind of like at first got a little defensive out of fear, because that's what happens when our human goes into, our little inner child feels unsafe and out of control. Because now they're like, oh, you are in the decision making seat and they don't like that. At least their inner child doesn't like that. So fear strikes, and it's like, what if we can't do it? I feel like I've changed, but what if, this fear of what if I choose differently? And I like this because it is putting it in there, like, you can't just come in back into my life. You have to show me that you have changed because that's not what I want. And if you haven't, like this butterfly, you're a, if you are still a caterpillar with those little fairy wings that you can get in the store, and a caterpillar pretending to be a butterfly, you're like, if you are pretending, you're not what I want, and you can't go where I am. Those wings aren't gonna, you're not gonna be able to fly with those. We're gonna leap off and you're gonna die. And so I feel like this is what's coming in here. I feel like they feel like they have changed, and we'll see. And there's this fear here that what if I can't do and continue to be who I think I've changed to. Well, no harm, no foul, not any to you. Like you said, you'll flutter and they'll drop like a a bowling ball. You're like, all right, no harm, no foul on my side. I'm not going to get emotionally, mentally, anything invested till after 90 days. And and there we go. I like it. So that's what's coming in, mod. Hopefully that makes sense, but that's what's happening there. So I feel like they can do it, but I think there's some fear around it as well. All right, and then infinity. Thank you for your additional donation. Sorry that I missed that. I would have put them all together and brought them all up there. Let me make sure there's no others. Think here. Nope, we only have one more after this. So for donations, and then we'll start the free readings. So Infinity, thank you for your. Um, Here, I'm going to put this 1 through 3, and then Infinity number 4. There we go. That'll make sense. So thank you for your super sunglasses uh, uh, emoji sticker. So I want to know, is Ray avoiding you, or how does he feel? Also, I think you have a free one that will be in the list too. I think when I was seeing it through, there was you had a question outside of donations, so that one will be down below as well. If I'm remembering correctly, I think you had one. All right. So is Ray avoiding you, or how does he feel? All right. Okay. All right. Let's see what we could do. Is he avoiding you? I don't feel like he's avoiding you. It's timing. Balancing of the outside world. So I don't feel like they're avoiding you. I just feel like their life is in need of balance. So a lot of stuff going on out there. Let's see how they feel and what's happening here. Okay. Yeah. So they got the Ace of Cups on the bottom overall, how they feel. So there is that, that there is love there. I feel like they're working through some things in the balancing of their life. A couple cards that came up here together are the Eight of Cups, the Heart of Swords, Queen of Swords, balancing of the head and the heart. And they're letting, it's like they're, with this out of balanceness, they're realizing they have so much emotional energy that they're investing in friends and family and everything else, and all these emotions below the surface. I just feel like they're like, I got to get this balance back. So, Heart of Swords shows balance between head and heart. Two of Pentacles, balancing. So this is part of what there is going on, and they're looking at here. And we've got both the Full card and the Sun card coming in. Two major arcana, too. They've got, with the Full card, a significant ending and beginning that's happening in their life that they're working through. And it seems like it's a positive thing, but that's what kind of took things off tilt. Because whatever this change is, it required a lot of their energy and time and even emotion to make this huge change, whatever's been going on in their life. And so they're just like exhausted. Yeah. Even here with this innocence of Pentacles is new opportunity in the outside world with movement of emotion that's required them to invest a lot of emotion and change that's coming in here. And I feel like this movement of Cups and Innocence of Pentacles also has to do with you and this individual. I feel like there'll be an opportunity for them to express emotion here in the future, and let you know what's been going on with them. But I feel like a lot of this, that Ace of Cups too, has this big tint of them focusing on themselves and filling up their own cup, in a way, with that kind of energy coming in here. So that's what I feel is happening there, but not avoiding, just trying to balance their out of balance life coming in, which, 'tis the season. A lot of stuff, a lot of death and rebirth, endings and beginnings with all of the stuff that we've been going through with, what we've Mercury retrogrades and all the eclipses that we're going on, and the movement from Pisces to Aries and spring equinox. It's a lot of time where everyone's life kind of blew up a little bit, and everyone's kind of trying to get things back to balancing in a way. So, so that's how I feel with that, Infinity. So many blessings to you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. And then the last of the donations is from Tasty One 2000. Let me just put that in here. All right. And I'll move that out of the way. And we'll do that. So thank you so much for your donation via the PayPal. And your question was you want to know what Antonio is planning on doing. Oh, is he doing, is he going to reach out to mend your relationship? All right. Let's take a look here, Antonio. What are your plans? All right. Cards are flying. So we got those, and then that one, but then that one, and then these. Okay. Antonio. Well, with this Five of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck here, they've got a lot of I always crack up when spirit guides, how they communicate with you guys individually, because some of them are so blunt. He's got issues. Issues. He's got issues, is how they're saying it. But it's about abandonment, being left behind, being left out in the cold, these feelings of lack, and this lack of self-worth and those types of things. And they do a lot of self-sabotage in relationships, right? Where if they feel like they're going to get rejected, they will reject first or do something to make sure they get rejected because they don't like not knowing whether they are going to be rejected or not. It's always a fun adventure theme park ride that we go on with that, right? So let's take a look here and see what we have going forward here. What are they choosing? Well, it's like they've got this. Um, I don't feel like they've made a choice yet, with this, because you've got two sets of cards here. And in the middle card in between them both are choice of energy cards. You got the Two of Wands, which is, whoops, which way do I go? Which way do I go? Am I going to choose this side or this side? And then the Spirit of Wands holds the Ace of Wands, which also is like, am I going to choose or that? I'm going to choose that or that, right? And the two choices that they have, the things that they're contemplating to see if they want to, mend your relationship is, so the Two of Wands, one is like this. So you have one choice and one choice. Do I just want to end it with the Death card? Or the Eight of Wands is passion. It's like they're like, well, my choice is, ending of the relationship, or I can try to mend it because they really like there's a lot of passion with them here, a lot of uh, hot blood, right? A lot of, they want that physical, energetic attraction. And they're weighing that, going, well, I really love that, but do I want to, do I have enough bravery to make this work, without this fear of being rejected? And then the other thing, like I said, the King of Wands, which is between the two, they're like, do I, this is where some of the fears come in here too, where it's, do I want emotional stability? Or do I want to freak out feeling like I'm not going to be able to make your dreams come true? And that's where this lack comes in. If I don't believe that I am capable of, or that the only way that someone will love me is if I can give them what they're wanting. And if we fear we can't, then, we fear rejection. That's what happens, right? What if I'm not good enough? What if I can't keep up? What if I fail them? What if I disappoint them? They're going to kick me to the curb. And I don't want to face that rejection like I did when I was young. That's where all this comes from, when his issues come from when he was a child, right? Doing something wrong and feeling rejected, getting the cold shoulder, actually getting punished, sent to the corner, or whatever it may be, where they experienced a lot of rejection for not being who someone wanted them to be. And so they carried that over. It's still all bouncing around below the surface. And if they don't do something about that, then they can't do that. Yeah, even with the high priestess on the bottom of the deck, it tells them, it's it'd be good for them to step away from relationships and not jump from one to another to another to another, because wherever they go, there they are, and they're going to continue to feel what they feel, because it's not about what someone else can do, it's what they have to do for themselves. So um I don't, at this point, I don't feel like there's a solution. They haven't made a choice. They're like weighing it, going, do I want to or don't I? And that choice has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. So I like that. I feel like I'm going to pull a lover's oracle here from you too. Let's see if there's anything else. Yeah. See, yeah, we knew that was that 8 of Wands. So that's confirmation of, they're like, well, that's like something on the, it's worth trying to go, um, you know, trying to get to that, right? and and they have, I wish I could understand you. And this, I don't feel like you're like on a different playing field emotionally, and they don't, because they don't have a whole lot of self-love for themselves, they don't have a whole lot to give, because they can't give more love than they feel for themselves, nor receive more love than the love they have for themselves. Because when you love yourself that much, no matter how much love you want to flood out, all that gets out is drip, drip. And no matter how much love you give, it's just drip, drip. And the more we raise our self love, the bigger that ability to give and receive love to humans also expands. But that's why I don't understand. You're like, well, because I'm speaking the language of emotion and you don't understand it. So, anyway, that's what's coming in, Tasty One. Hopefully that helps. So, many blessings to you. Thank you again for your donation. I really appreciate that. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for your patience as we went through those my donations, and thank you for all of the people that waited to get their readings for the donations. For the free readings, I'm going to use a different tarot deck. It's the Craft Cards Tarot. And what we'll do here is I'm going to shuffle the cards for all free readings. And it's all the energies going into the deck right now. And then we're taking the top, which becomes the bottom, the middle that becomes the top, and the bottom that becomes the middle. And then they said one more shuffle. All right, now the cards are set, and I'll be pulling just 2 cards for each of the free readings, and we will go through the deck that way. So let's scooch these up, and we will get into the free readings. We will go in order as they were as they happened in the earlier section. Earlier session. Wow. Okay, let me take a sip of coffee here first. And let's get into it. All right. So, Minahil, you are up first. So, Leo energy. Wow. So, whatever comes out for you, let's see what they have here for you. All right. You got the Ace of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. And, the message that comes in with these together is about being true to your authentic self and creativity and expressing yourself. Being true to you is what that means is, is what you're getting a lot of clarity around. Because this Ace of Swords is, it gives you access to the capital T truths of higher things. And when we're talking about being true to your authentic self, in the beginning, we are small t true to our authentic selves, which means we're really influenced by these individuals. You've got people here telling you what they want. who you are, what you're supposed to be and should do, and get all these people of advice, all these opinions we're given all our lives, right? Should, supposed to, need to, have to, must. That's our small t true to our true selves, right? But when we get a capital T truth, when we're having this revelations, this awareness that's unfolding of who we really are and what we want to accomplish, this is what's coming in here with this. So right now there's this, the truth is being dropped, capital T truth is being dropped into your life, and some ahas and awareness of who you really are. Things will be popping up for you to question the old beliefs that you have, small t truths rooted in fear, rather than the capital T truth rooted in the unconditional love of who you really are. So it's like, okay, I'm really understanding this now. So a lot of clarity that's coming in, and I feel like that's what they want you to know about right now. So many blessings to you, Minahil. And then Rhonda, you are up. So what are you not aware of that you should be aware of coming up this week? And it was nice to be here early. Well, sorry that it took so long to get to your reading. All right. So I do need to make these PG. So you've got the star card and the 10 of swords. What the star card tells us here, this is like, what is my dream come true? The 10 of swords is this, you know, sick and tired of trying to live up to all of those opinions, all of those stuff that we've been given all our life, and I feel like what you should be aware of is that your dream is becoming more clear and more clear, more clear. Your capital D, we're all doing the capitals today. The capital D dream, not the small d dream that was given to you. It's like, well, this is what I'm supposed to, want. But it's not what your true high heart wants and what your soul wants for your life. And you've been trying to live up to this small d dream, and that's exhausting. That's where that 10 of swords, they're not dead. They're exhausted trying to live up to all those expectations that are not yours. They're things that have been given to you. And that's how we know when we wake up in the morning going, oh crap, I got to go live my dream today. We know that's not our dream. That's someone else's dream, the small d dream. When it's your capital D dream, capital D, capital R, capital EAM, it's like a cheerleader. It's, you're excited. You wake up early. You're excited. You're uh, like the star becomes your true north. It's your guide. Whatever doesn't support it, you're like, you don't want to. You're not interested in investing energy in it, and so you really are getting a lot of clarity around what the capital D dream is for your life. And it happens as the small d dream starts to fall apart. And that's okay. It happens for us so that we can be like, yeah, I don't want this no more. I don't want this. This doesn't make me happy. This isn't fulfilling. Why I'm investing so much energy in it. So I like that for you. And that's what they want you to know right now, my dear. So many blessings to you. Right. And then Day Sturgis, you are up. You wanted a healing message. All right. Let's take a look here. Yeah. So you've got kind of this balancing energy. You got the Six of Wands, which is, a balancing energy. The King of Cups is another balancing between the head and the heart. And healing, comes to us in a lot of ways, whether it's mental, emotional, of course. Disclaimer, I'm no licensed professional medical psychologist or anything. But what spirit says, is whether it comes to our mind or our heart or our energy or our physical bodies, flow of energy is what everything is all about, right? And when we're in fear, that's what interrupts our chakras, our mind. We go out of our minds, our emotions, we go into fight or flight mode, our energy is blocked, and then our physical body also is influenced a lot when we're in fear, right? When we're out of balance. It does things like shuts down our immune system. our digestive system. It floods, even takes away the saliva from our mouth. That's why we go dry mouth when we're in fear and we have to speak in front of people or whatever. you know, there's all this stuff that happens to us, and healing comes when we return back to our heart. There's this great message today when we were reading in The Path to Love with my Praying Mantis group. And just like this awareness came that the answer to every question is love, and that the purpose of everything that happens in our life is so that we know that we are loved. There's the hidden message in everything. Um, and even when we're like, if we have like physical illness or emotional, pain and everything, at the core of it, if we'll take the time to get to the root of it, is a message of, I am loved. And I feel like that's the important healing message, is that everything comes down to the question. Every question is disguised, but all the question comes down to the same, and the answer to every question is all about love, and that I am loved. I am unconditionally, eternally loved. So I like that for you because it's the balancing of the head and the heart. The head will take us into fears. The heart, our high heart, will bring us back to unconditional love. So I feel like that's what they have for you, Day Sturgis. So many blessings to you. Right. And then we will move on to musical beer. Hello, hello. So you wanted a general for next week. Let's see what we got here. All right. So you have some choices coming up here. Two of Wands is like where you invest in your energy. What are you focusing on? Nine of Cups is like emotional dreams come true, right? And so the Two of Wands is, where are you investing your energy? Are you aware of what your dream is? And are you focusing on wanting? Are you focusing on missing something? Are you fearing you're not going to have your dream? Are you hating what's going on in your life? If we're focusing our energy on those lower things, guess what? We're saying, can I? It's like the what was it? The little orphan, not Orphan Annie, but I forget the movie, but he's like, "Can I have some more, please?" It's like, I want more of this because um, that's where we're focusing our energy. Our energy tells the universe what we're wanting, right? So being aware of where you're focusing your energy is important, because if you truly are like, I want to focus my energy on my dream, to have my dream come to me, well, then I don't focus on wanting my dream to come true. I focus on having gratitude that I'm living my dream right now. And what pieces of my dream am I living? Thank you that I'm able to live this piece of my dream. Thank you that I'm able to live this piece of my dream. And then the universe is like, oh, you like living your dream. Let me give you some more opportunities to live your dream more. And that's what comes in with all of this, is awareness of really where you're focusing your energy. So I like that. And that's it for the channel next week. They want to keep it simple. Where you focus on your energy. If you focus on gratitude, unconditional love, joy, peace, laughter, higher vibration brings you in that. Lower vibration, we get more of that. And neither's right, neither's wrong. They just bring us different things. So be gentle with yourself. But even if you have to put a reminder on your phone for every waking hour or half hour, or however fast you want to come back to focusing on what you're grateful for, put a silent vibrating alarm on your cell phone and just say, come back to gratitude, come back to gratitude, come back to gratitude. And it works. We change our energy. Like attracts like. I draw in what I'm focusing on. So that is what they have for you, musical beers. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Jean XO, hello, hello, love. You had the strangest dream. Ooh, a 5D experience with the Virgo last night. Uh-oh. You ask, what was he trying to tell you? The messages weren't clear. We also check the underlying energies. So let's take a look here. Yeah. Well, here's the dream time. Nightmares and insomnia. And the high priestess revealing and bringing things forward that were here. Um, And I feel like that this dreaming was your higher self, and we have the bottom of the deck is the King of Wands, which represents it's the highest you can get in spirituals. That's your higher self. So with this high priest and this higher self with this nine of swords, this dream was your higher self, your spiritual posse, wanting to bring forward information, wanting to show you fears, wanting to have you work through things because they'll be bringing things if they haven't already in the peripheral and the outside world for you to face things, to look at things, right? And then this is this, you know, um, in your dream time, they also bring up stuff there. Because if they just went, hey, Gene, boom, look at this, you'd be like, wow, our conscious mind would explode. So they start bringing in things from the outside world and then up through our dream time for us to look at things. And I feel like even though it felt like it was a experience with the Virgo, which, they're big thinkers, they probably were bringing in this information as the character of this Virgo, but I feel like it was more so a representation of yourself and your spiritual posse to work through these things. So the messages were about look at this stuff, right? Here's this fear. Here's this fear. Here's this fear. They're trying to bring things up so you can transform it so that because these are fears that are on autopilot running below the surface that we're like, maybe not even realizing that they're triggering or why things are triggering, but they're bringing it up on purpose for you so that you can transform those. So that's what I feel like is coming in with that energy there. All right. Yeah, that's all I have coming through, Gene. So that's what they have right now. So many blessings to you. And then JJJ, you are up. Will you get a new job and how will it be? All right. Well, I think this is with the 10 of Pentacles is a yes. That's like one of the most abundant cards in the outside world. How will it be? 10 of Cups. One of the most joyful, fulfilling, overflowing too. So it's going to be a job that you love. So I really like that. That's like a yes. And uh, you know, how will it be? It's going to be very fulfilling here for you. Let me see here. Is there any time on timing? Yeah, I love it. When will you get the job? Within 10 years. Gee. So it has to do with your energy, right? Whenever we're looking at timing, it's all about if I focus on gratitude and higher vibration, I can draw things in sooner. If I focus on lower vibrational things of like, I don't have enough, I can't get it, I hate something, I fear something, we're the ones that make things come slower to us by wherever our attention goes, our energy flows, and wherever our energy flows is what grows. So being aware of that. But yeah, you definitely have a great job coming for you that you will love. So I like it for you. So many blessings. Right. And sorry, Jean, I didn't see your additional question about the kids. I don't know if you're still watching. Let me just. Oh, I shuffled all the cards. Well, they wanted me to do it, so it happens. It happens. No, I don't. There's a conflict here between head and heart with kids for you too. So I don't feel like it's been decided between the two of you. All right. So I've re-energized the cards here. So Kritika Malhotra, you are up next. So will the 2 years in ABS college groom you? Like, will you have a glow up more mentally and confidence, but not than physically? All right, let's take a look here. Oh yeah, wow, wow, wow. Yeah, you've got the Page of Swords, which is higher education not the universe, the Empress card. This is a glow up. It's new birth, it's rebirth, it's nurturing of self, it's harvest, it's all about, focusing on you in this birthing and coming forth. So definitely a yes, a glow up that comes in here with this higher education that you're in. So you really step into more of who you are, and there's this birthing. It's this stepping out of the roles of society and spirituality too, of organized spirituality, because the Empress is like a goddess running naked through the woods, going, I don't care about all your rules and everything else, right? It's the emperor comes next with rules over society, going, we have to have these rules if we're going to live so close together. And of course, the Hierophant after that is the spiritual leader who goes, well, if we're going to all worship and have the same faith or organized spirituality or religion, we got to have our rules. Constricting. Empress is like, hell no. And so there is this busting out of the cage kind of energy that comes with it too. So I like it. All right. So that's what they have for you, Kritika Mahotra. So many blessings to you. Let's move some more over here. And Infinity, we're coming to your free reading. And you want to know, does RB want to reconnect? No, not yet. Got the Hermit card, which is obviously kind of self-explanatory. They want to be by themselves. The Five of Swords is the conflicting energy. They have a lot of conflict that's going on that they're trying to work out. So they're not wanting to reconnect with really anyone. They're in this place of wanting to be alone and be by themselves. They got that to work out. It's not you know, do they want to reconnect with you? This Five of Swords isn't just you. No, I don't want to reconnect with you. I'm just disconnecting from everyone. I'm going into my cave. I got things to do, things to work on. So, yeah, they don't want to right now, but it's not about you. So let them go have their cave time. Right? Easy breezy. That's what they have for you. So many blessings. And then Swaroop Bobby, will you find new love in your current working place? Or is it going to be somewhere else? Somewhere else. The Five of Wands is this too much drama, too much work drama. The full card is a new adventure, a new journey, something free outside of things, a new adventure, outwardly feeling that comes in here. So, yeah, we don't, the office romances, workplace romances, so uncomfortable. They don't work out well. They usually don't work out. And then you have to see each other all the time. And then you see them talking to someone else, and you're like, how dare they? Or they see you talking to someone else, and they're shoot you the dirty looks, and makes the work makes you dread going to work. So no one at work. I feel like it's somewhere else that you have coming in here. Let me see here. I got the place oracle. Let me just curious. What is this? Oh wow, look. I don't know if you have any kind of performance that you're going to, live performance, musical celebration, concert energy. So possibly somewhere more that way. So interesting. All right. So I don't know if you're into doing any kind of hobby or external thing, or even just going with a group of people to go see concerts or attend some sort of artistic presentation. Um, Possibility there, right? Right. So that's what they have for you, Swaroop. So many blessings to you. And then Happy Pill. You want to know any blessings for you? Let's take a look here. All right. Yeah, you're heading into this place of the Eight of Swords is becoming aware of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have made you feel limited and blinded and bound and trapped. And there's this, you're coming to this point in your life where you're releasing yourself from all these restrictions, all these things that were that have held you back before. This Ace of Wands is about you um, having this new passion, having this new uh, desire to head out in your life in some way, somehow. And, I like this um, excitement. It's like because because it's such a your desire to do something outweighs the fears, which you haven't had a whole lot of that in your life, right? It's like usually our fears outweigh, oh hell no, I'm not gonna do that. But in this case, it's like it's such a strong desire that the fears get blown away and that you're able to leap forward and to do something. So I really love that for you. So very cool. All right. So that's what they have for you, Happy Pill. It's a great blessing that comes in here for you. So very cool. All right. Sorry, let me move some more of these over here. We're getting there. So hang in there, everybody. We still have a little ways to go. All right, Julie, you are up next. So your life 1 year from now in love and career. Okay, so for love, yeah, you have this new Page of Pentacles, this new heightened love that you're in here in with the Page of Pentacles. It's new opportunities, new growth, new ways of looking at your worth in relationship to the outside world. So I feel like you've really grown a lot in your self-love, which has created an opportunity for love in the outside world. Career, yeah, I feel like you've really balanced here too with the Six of Pentacles. You're doing well in career. You've obtained this balance here, but you also have like good finances coming in where you're actually have enough for yourself you're giving to others too. So it feels like a year from now you're in a completely different place where you feel full in your love life and in your career where you feel things are flowing because you're feeling prosperous and you're giving as well. So I like that for you, Julie. No, they don't have anything else. Short and sweet on that today. All right. So many blessings to you. And then Luminous, you're up. Should you be worried about Peter's actions towards you? He doesn't call or SMS and he's in Thailand. All right, let's take a look here. There's no shoulds. You could be worried if you want to. Um, but no, you've got the Knight of Pentacles, slowest moving knight, Ace of Cups is love, you know. It's just there's things the slow path, they're slow. They're very slow. They're very slow. They're just very slow, period. No. They've about their with their heart. They're learning about self-love, but they don't have a whole lot of self-love to give, and that's why it's this journey is unfolding here, right? And this is also a mirror for your life. When someone when things are going slow between us and someone else, it's the perfect time and it happens on purpose for us to be able to raise our own love vibration, because if we don't have a high vibration of love, we don't have a whole lot of love to give and we can't receive a whole lot of love. It's like, if my self-love is this big, no matter how much love we want to give, drip, drip, dripping out, no matter how much love they want to give us, drip, drip, drip. And so when we seek our internal higher love for ourselves and our self-worth rises with all that, then the ability to give and receive love to the outside world also expands and opens up. So I don't feel like you have to worry, but one of the things is fear. Worry is fear. And so if I'm fearing, that their actions towards me mean that they're leaving or they're not choosing me or they're gonna, not want to be interacting with me anymore, we can look at those fears, right? And because those are about us, that's how we're defining our worth. I'm validating my worth by their actions. No, 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 no. I validate my own worth. I validate my self love. No one else. Their actions tell me about them and what they're going through, not who I am. You know, um, because they'll go from person to person to person to person if they do that. That shows that it's not us because there's a common denominator among that, right? So we get to define our self-love and who we are. And I feel like that's what spirit wants you to, understand, that this situation's not happening by accident, it's happening on purpose. And the delays and the lack of communication and things is for you to face those fears that you have, regarding yourself. Okay. So that's what they have for you, Luminous. So shine bright and many blessings to you. Right. And then Great Courts, you are up. So you want to know, you're confused about the future. Ain't we all? Anything Spirit wants to tell you about this? Yeah. Confusion comes in because of fear. And we've got the Seven of Wands, which is telling you, shine bright, superstar. Do not dim your light for anyone, and do not ask permission. You don't have to ask permission from anyone to shine, but we're afraid. The reason we dim our light is because we're afraid these people won't like it, and then, out of fear of rejection, fear of these things, that's when they will, why we, "Oh, no, I gotta stay small. I don't wanna be big because then I get attacked," right? Well, this Emperor is also Aries energy, action energy, and they are all about, we get a lot of input from all these people about, well, this is who you're supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be, do. This is what your future is supposed to be like. This is where you're supposed to achieve, and you'll be successful and lovable and acceptable if you do this for the future. That brings in a lot of confusion because 80 different people are telling us 80 different things, and we're like, what? I can't do all that. So this Emperor and this Seven of Wands comes in for you to tell you it's okay to say, thank you, everyone. Now you can leave the throne room. I got some decisions to make. And they send everyone else away, keeping in mind all the advice. But it's like, what do I want as the emperor of my empire, for my empire? And I make decisions, I make plans, and I put action, and I move forward. That's when the confusion stops. The confusion is, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do, but there's no supposed to. There's no right or wrong when it comes to the spirit world. And right or wrong is a human condition. It's, fear of making a wrong decision. But when you realize there's no wrong decision, there's no right decision, there's just decisions that have different outcomes and different experiences. And if you decide something and 3 hours later, you can decide to do something else if you want. What we're afraid of is what people will think, and that we're gonna get rejected. And if someone rejects me for my decisions, thank you for showing me that you don't deserve to be in my life. It's not about me, it's about confession. Thank you for confessing that you are someone who doesn't know how to make good decisions because with you deciding, to reject me because of what I'm wanting, if you knew me, you would know this is best for me and you would support me. But since you're not supporting me, I know you're not a supporter and you can see the door. All right. So that's what's coming in for you, Great Courts. Hopefully that resonates. All right. Many blessings. All right. All right. And see, I don't think that's really a question. So I'm not going to do that one. Let me bring some more over here. So Samyao Rao, you will be up next. Let me see how many more we have here, just to give you guys an idea. Okay. That's a duplicate. I thought I saw that before. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just 7 more. So hang in there, everybody. We're almost there. All right. So Samya Rao, spirit message for this month. Absolutely. Let's take a look here. All right. You got 2 wands cards, 2 fire cards. 3 of wands is about a change of direction. Let me see if I can get that to focus better. Maybe. Um, Well, these are just not focusing. All right. Well, it's the three of wands, which is you changing direction. You choosing to go a different direction in your life. Queen of wands here. She's very powerful. She co-rules over, the wand suit, which is connection to spirit. And then all the queens get a second portion of cups, which the black cat represents this connection to the emotional piece, the empathic abilities, and also connection to spirit. So, if you've been wondering, well, I don't know which way to go and what I want to do, spirit's, saying, hey, we're always here for you. We have a strong connection with you. And, they're always behind us. Sometimes they'll go by having repetitive numbers or a lot of different synchronicities, just as a little gentle reminder, hey, we're here if you need anything like answers or signs or different things. And so if we're unsure of making a decision, it's because we don't have all the information that we need in order to make it a no-brainer. And we can ask them for information to make it a no-brainer, and they'll bring it to us. And sometimes the answer is no. Like, should I go this way or this way? No. What do you mean? There's a third way. Three of wands, right? Here's the other two. It's like, no, there's a third option, and I feel like that's a big thing that comes in here is like, oh, okay. So it made it very clear that these two are not it, and then this other one appears, and it helps you make decisions here. And so I like that for you because, you know, no question is too small. No question's too big. We will help you and we'll help guide you. We're with you 24/7. And we're doing a bunch of stuff you asked us to do before we came down here, like the honey-do list, where it's like, I would like this stuff to happen. They're working on that. And then you're down here, but you can ask of your own free will for their advice and answers, but they don't meddle in our life unless we of our own free will ask them while we're down here. But that's when they remind us, hey, we're just here. Not saying that you need help, but if you happen to need it, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, we can help. So that's what they have for you, Samya. So many blessings to you. Right. And then we've got Moonlight 5. You'd like a general message for the next week? Absolutely. Let's take a look here. All right. So, we've got the Three of Swords and the Three of Cups. So, 3, this number of creativity and birthing and things unfolding here. What I see here for the next week, the Three of Swords is expectations equal disappointment, and we have fears around things, right? Fear around love and what are people going to do? And, we've got a lot of history of people, you know, doing things that just don't, meet up to our expectations. It's human life. You're not alone. We all have it, right? We all have had it. But the Three of Cups is this joy and celebration. And this is like your tribe. Getting, it's like you're at least one out of the two, because there's going to be three of you total with this Three of Cups, like this little tight knit sisterhood, brotherhood, whateverhood of three peas in a pod, three musketeers, where you guys get along so well and you have so much in common. You're different enough, but you have so much in common and you're trustworthy. You guys just really mesh so well. It's like you're going to be best friends for the rest of this lifetime. These are the people that will be with you through all the stuff that will call you out on your BS and you will call them out on it, but in a loving, hysterical way that you guys will do together. And, it's like, all right. And it's funny. I feel like you guys will develop some sort of, what was that? There was a movie, The Sisterhood of the Pants or something, but I feel like you guys are going to have this, like you call a special meeting, you're going to have a special name for it where it's a come to Jesus meeting where it's time for some truth. It's a tea party. We're about to have a tea party because we're about to drop some tea for each other to say, all right, let's bring it. Okay, here's what's going on. Okay, bring it. All right, I'm ready. I feel like it's that type of, you know, you call it for them to come give you your truth. They call it, for you guys to go give each other the truth. And I like that. So that's what they want you to know for next week. I feel like you meet at least one of them, or you begin to attend or whatever, come into the environment where you meet them this next week. I like it. Right, that's what you have. Moonlight Fives. Many blessings to you. Then we've got Eshu Agarwal. Hello, hello. So you want to know, will Simant and you ever have any kind of exchange or communion or text? Let's take a look here. Well, let me see here. I gotta make this YouTube worthy. So you do have the World card and the Knight of Wands. The World card is endings and new beginnings, and the Knight of Wands is movement of passion, movement that's coming in here. This this energy, and I just wanted to, so I'd look at the bottom of the deck, and we also have the Ace of Pentacles coming in for you here, which is new opportunity coming in here, newness, ending, beginning, a new passion that enters your life. So I don't feel like you guys will have exchange. I feel like that's an ending of an old chapter, and you're having a new journey, a new adventure that's going to come in, and it's going to come in fast. But it's someone new coming into your life, and it's not them. So there, that's what they have for you, which I like. This other one. It's fast moving, it's passionate, and it does feel like something that you haven't had before, which is good. All right. So that's what they have. So many blessings to you. And then Vidi Jalan, hello, hello. What is gradually showing up in your life at the moment that needs attention? All right. You know, you've got the Four of Pentacles, which represents home, and you have the Six of Cups, which also represents childhood. So something about childhood home that's coming in here. So it seems like there's something going on in your family that someone's not talking about, or something that's going to be showing up, because I feel like that's what's going to be, um, you're needing to deal with something that's going on with your childhood home, wherever that would be. Yeah, because it definitely, and that's this mirror too. If you look at the, you can even do it this way. It's the IV and the VI. It's this mirroring effect here that's coming in, and so I feel like it's important for you to check in and trust your gut and trust your intuition. I feel like, oh, everything's fine. You're like, I don't think so. What's going on? What are you not telling us? What are you not telling me? You can trust me. I know something's going on. But I feel like there's something that it's important for you to connect with home, with all of that. All right. So that's what's coming in, VD. So many blessings to you. And then Scorpio 1180, you are up next. Just got a few more to go here. So, Scorpio, how does Gemini feel about what's transpired between us? Well, um, we've got the angel and the devil, on one shoulder and the other shoulder. That's funny, because this is like your higher self calling you this higher place, and the shadow shaking and rattling. So, and that makes sense with the Gemini. Here's the twins, here's the split personality that's coming in here. So, they've got some great things, and also, fears that are rattled, and some things that are bubbling up that have nothing to do with you. They're echoes from their past that bubble up for them to look at, and that's their business, right? That's what happens with the devil card, the Saturn Capricorn energy, some shaking and rattling of their cage. But there's also this, beautiful being, feel like they were uplifted, and it's like taking them to a different place too. So it's the push me, pull me from Dr. Doolittle, right? It's It's going back and forth. It goes back and forth. It goes back and forth there. But definitely some great things, and then some past things bubbling up too, which is normal, per normal of humanity, right? But it looks good. I don't feel anything. It's normal. It's a Gemini thing, you know. We can get them a T-shirt. Overthinking, double thinking, going back and forth thinking. It's a Gemini thing. But that's what I feel's coming in there, Scorpio. So it feels positive though. So uh many blessings. Right. And then HTTPS, your free message. You wanted a free message from your spirit team. So let's take a look here. All right. I like this. Page of Wands, we've been talking about the energy, and the Wheel of Fortune is the wheel of fates are turning. There's some great endings and beginnings coming in here with this combination. And of course, the Wheel of Fortune is the tune of for you, knowing that what's unfolding is for you. And even your human is on board with it, though, with these changes. It's like, yeah, I like it. And so it is turning, it is churning, it is bringing in this change and this expansion. The Page of Wands, and I think we talked about it before, probably about within the last 3 or 4 weeks, it feels like, where an upgrade is coming for you, where it's time, it's coming in, where your energy's being taken to another level as some things fall away. And that allows, it's like seeing a hot air balloon with sandbags, like keep it low to the ground and chop, chop, it goes up further, chop, chop, it goes up further, chop, chop, it goes up further. And I feel like that's progression of these things that are happening. It's changing your energy level, both your mental energy, your emotional energy, your manifestation energy, your physical energy too. So I just feel like it's flooding into all areas. So I like it. I like it. That's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. And then Kritika Sayani, you will be the last reading. So if I missed anyone, my deepest apologies. I will be back next Friday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. I'm on Friday, Saturday, Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. and Friday and Saturday nights at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Also have, if you're a member of my YouTube channel where you become a member, Zen Cricket, we have a cozy chat on Wednesday nights. Praying Mantis members, I have 2-hour Q&A on Thursday nights. And then after each one of those sessions on the weekend, I also have an hour with my Praying Mantis members. All that information is down in the description box. Also, I have a ton of free content if you want messages between now and Friday. Those are all free. And if you want to purchase a reading, I offer a variety of readings and different services, all listed also in the description box down below. All right. So that's what they have for you. Many blessings, everybody. And Kritika, what will happen next in your career in 2024? What major shift? We got the Lover's card and the King of Wands. So I like this. You've got the Lover's card, of course. Let me just cover up some stuff. Is all about emotional choice, right? It's I get to choose between the two things. I get to choose lower vibration, higher vibration. And the King of Wands is like the Emperor energy where you are deciding in this decision making that's coming in here. It's all in your hands. When you focus your energy on what you're grateful for, and 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 deciding what you want and putting a plan together and taking action toward it. This is all about you deciding, and that there's no wrong decision. That's a big thing to know. There's no wrong decision. You can express the unconditional love in your heart in your own unique way. And so what career draws you? What do you want to do? Get out of the head. The Lover's card is getting into the heart. Get out of the head, the supposed to's, the should, the need to's, the have to's, the must. What brings you joy? What makes your heart sing? What makes your heart dance? Let's do it, right? Make plans, put it into practice. How am I going to get there? Let's put together steps, and let's start taking steps towards it. It's all in your hands. It's not going to just drop into your lap. It's you have to decide. All right, that's what I want. I'm going for it. And, um, people will all have their opinions, and they're, 100% valid. 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 And they're, 100 have every right to have them. But it's like, being at a giant dinner table and everyone's telling you what you should order for your dinner that you're not gonna share. You're the only one gonna eat it. Like, "Well, thank you for all your opinion, but it's going in here, so I'm gonna decide. You guys decide what goes in your mouth, I'll decide what goes in mine." Anyway, but I like it for you, so you have a great possibility of really making great strides towards what this dream come true is, and what your career is. What do you wanna do? And if you feel like, "Oh my gosh, I don't know, there's so many things," really write them all down and write why you think that that's the career for you, and then you're gonna so you take each one by one, you're gonna realize, well, it's because my dad wanted me to do that, or my mom thought this, or my uncles thought this, or, the newspapers sent the or newspaper or the web said the internet said this, or this report said that. It's like, yeah, but what does your heart say? Right? Use your heart as a litmus test to see which of those really is for you and what was what other people wanted for you, right? Right? So that's what they have for you. And thank you guys so much for all your patience and me getting through all those for you. I'm always excited. And thank you guys again so much for all the donations, all of the likes and the thumbs up. That also helps me spread the Zen love, and you're part of the love tsunami. All my YouTube channel members, all those that purchase all of my other services, it's because of you that I'm able to continue to do what I do and offer all the free content that I do. And I love my community. So I like coming back on and also completing the free readings because I know not everyone is able to give. So thank you guys so much. And remember, every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you guys again, enjoy the rest of your day, night, the rest of your week. And until I see you again, much, much love to you. You hang in there, take care of yourself. And as I say, I would say stay out of trouble, but let's set reasonable expectations, and I'll just tell you to have fun instead. All right, you guys take care. Love you.